right here's the first bait. That, folks, is a piece of chicken with a crappie jig there hanging under. I'm doing 2 rods with tiny baits, these pieces of chicken on here. And then I'm going to do 2 rods with our normal large baits, really for trophy size catfish. We're going light tackle on 2 and big heavy action on the other 2. Why I want to do that is to hopefully get us a few more bites out here today. So here's the other rig with the chicken. Same exact setup. It's got a Carolina rig down to I believe this is a 6/0 size circle hook, and then the crappie jig under that. So them small fish we come across that are oftentimes nipping at these large baits that they can't eat, they can hopefully eat those, and on the lighter rods they'll be fun to catch. So this bait here, big skipjack head with a stinger fly under it. Drop it down there. And then I'm going to have all 4 of these baits suspended. 4 rods. And we're going to get going down in this creek. And this is a deep creek. It's wide. We're going to hopefully at some point run into some cats, run into some bait. I've got the Livescope on, so I've got another rod with a jig. If we see some fish up in the water column, we may even try to throw at a few of those. Here's the last bait going down. That's a chunk. Now, this skipjack, folks, bait, another reason for doing the light tackle rods here is when I went out to try to catch us some bait yesterday, it wouldn't have hurt you to brought some bait with us today, but when I went out, I didn't do very good. I got 1 skipjack and some yellow bass. So that's another reason for us to supplement. Look right here, first thing. There's one that's higher up in the water column. Let me see if I can adjust the, I can't find him. Oh, there he is. Yeah, man, he's just sitting right there. We see some fish like that today. We're gonna try to bust them with a jig. I'm just gonna get it ready here. This is basically a heavier action bass rod. I got a little bucktail hair jig. I'm gonna have it ready. If we see some stuff, I done lost that fish while I was telling you what I was gonna do. Where'd he go? I think he done swam off. I can't find him. Dadgummit. Well, there'll be more, by gosh, but as we make our way along, I'm gonna be watching that thing like a government watches us, and see if we can see something else to throw at. Is that a fish, or is that me snagged? That's me snagged. Dadgummit, you done, I'm talking to you. You done got us snagged here. No, that's fish. By gosh, that's a fish here on our light tackle rod. Let me spot lock. I thought you had a snag. You done got a fish on there. How'd you do that? It's tough to tell. This is my skipjack rod right here, folks. This is a medium heavy action bass rod. So it's tough to tell how big a fish is. I mean, everything's gonna feel big today when we hook up. But yeah, it's a fish. I thought we had snagged. I'm sitting here talking to you, talking about how y'all gonna see it all. And by gosh, we done seen it all right. Done seen a fish. I see him right there on the screen. You see him right there? I've spot locked a second here while we get this one up. This light tackle stuff, it's something that I want to do more, just for the fun factor. Catching big fish. I mean, I love ultralight fishing, and so catching a big cat on a rod like this, super fun. But my fear in this has always been, well, what if the day I'm out here with light tackle rods is the day that I finally hook that triple digit, that 100-pound fish? I don't want to be battling a fish of a lifetime on a bass rod. You know what I mean? So that's been my fear of it. I think it was, I guess we're in January now, so this is 2024. I think it was 2020 maybe. I was doing some light tackle and I caught a huge fish on a light tackle rod, and then I had one of my back rods go down, which was a normal catfish rig. I ended up breaking off one big one, and the other one that I landed was huge. So I'm sure the one that had hit the light tackle rod was huge too, but I broke off. All right, folks, your chicken baits is getting it done here on a blue cat for fish number 1. He's even going to give us that bait back. How kind of him. If y'all's my friends, you just reach down here and grab this fish for me now. Come here, fish. Get on up in here. Boy, we got fish number 1 pretty quick on this video. Here's your fish, number 1 right there. Old blue cat. Get on out here, you old chicken eating thing. Look right here, we may have another one after the light tackle rod. Yep, we got him. Now this in here is what I was kind of bringing these rods with me for. A fish this size will sit down there and nip at our bigger baits, but we'll never have a chance at hooking them. And that actually ain't a catfish. Look at here, we got us some bait. We got us a yellow bass here. I'm gonna put you right down here in our pedal drive slot, Mr. Yellow Bass. Head down. You sit right there and be good. You're gonna be a live bait at some point today. Yeah, he ate that little crappie jig I had on below my chicken. Oh, look right here. That's on our head. That's on our big skipjack head. Something's got it, man. Something's got it. I didn't see him on the screen eat it, did you? This is good fish. Y'all get your sunglasses on. You're looking right in the sun. I need mine. That's a big bait, man. Y'all saw that skipjack head, man. That's a big bait. See, a fish like this, you gotta assume we'd have seen it coming. Maybe y'all saw it and I didn't. But sometimes I feel like when you're suspending baits and you're moving along, fish, you can't see them moving on the bottom because there's no separation, and all of a sudden they just come up and get it. That's a nice blue. Nice blue cat right there. I don't know if you can see it because we're looking into the sun, but it's a good fish. Come here now. Okay. Come on in, good buddy. Don't be hitting my jig rod over here now. Hey, look right here. That's another one of them split whiskered ones. I caught one. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 videos ago. I caught one that had a split whisker, but I didn't notice it until I was editing the video. Well, look at that. You see that? I don't think he had the hook, folks. He just had the bait wedged in his mouth. And thankfully we got it back because that's the only skipjack head we got. Oh, ooh, this rod's going down. This rod's going down. Why have I got a fish in my hand and another one in the pole, y'all? Pick up a rod, doggonions. We're supposed to be fishing together. Let's hit the spot lock. We'll reel that in a minute. Let's hold this one up. That's awesome, man. Raw and uncut catfishing. We going strong here, y'all. I gotta let you go, fish. We gotta get you out of here. We got another one to reel in. Go on down there. He gone. That fish got shortchanged. He's gotten gypped, folks. Let me do this. Since y'all ain't gonna come through the screen and help me at all, I gotta do everything fishing with you. Come up here. Let's get you back in the chest. Let's do this first. We still got that fish on. I'm gonna lower this bait back down. Let me fix that head bait back on there. Well, I'm glad we got that back. That is the only one. I'm telling you, bait fishing was tough. Yersty. We're gonna put this live yellow bass down at some point. Whenever we lose the chunk on that other rod, or another hour or so, whichever, y'all holler at me, remind me. But we'll put that live bait on. Okay. Now let's pick up on this one. Doubled up, y'all. No, I don't know if this one's going to be as big as his friend over there. I think this is going to be little brother right here. Probably need to loosen the drag on it. I keep the drag pretty tight when I'm skipjack fishing because I need to be able to horse them in. But if we get a big fish that takes this rod down, it's liable to break our line. Come up here, Blue Kitty. What have you got going on? He's got himself lassoed with that jig around his back, and he's got the hook in the jaw. Let's hold you up here. You ain't getting front camera time, but I'll hold you out. Let's get you in the light. Tell these people to hit that subscribe button. He ain't gonna do it. He don't. This fish right here don't care if you subscribe. He says he don't want you ever watching again, is what he said. There he goes. Come here, yellow bass. I've got just enough water. I don't know if you can see there on the angle. Yeah, you can see. I've got just enough water here in my pedal drive slot to keep a fish or two alive. And so this is a good opportunity to have kept him in here. There you go, folks. Live bait going down. Right here, by gosh. We didn't even see that fish. I didn't see him anyway. Saw that rod go down though. I see him on there now. Yeah, it's just, you know, that beam it's so narrow. They got to be lined up just perfect. I'm guessing that transducer probably saw my other front bait over there, because I still see a bait on the screen up front. So ain't that something about this rod though? That's 4 bites now on this rod. The other rod with a piece of chicken, nothing. Not even a tap. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I felt a rod. Oh. Let's set this one back a second. We got something going down right here with our live bait. I felt him get hit. Something got after him. Look at him. I'm gonna spot lock us here a second. We're on some fish, even though we don't see them. Or was it that bird possibly? You think that bird could have got after this thing? No, I got a fish on here is what I got. It wasn't that bird. I've blamed you for something you didn't do, bird. You'll never forgive me. He's been falsely accused. We got a fish on right here. I don't think he's very big, but he may have ate the fly possibly. He did. He ate the fly under the yellow bass. Look at that. He sure did. And we got another one on that front rod up there. We doubled. There we go. Say something to these people right here. You got any words of wisdom? He's too young. He ain't got no wisdom. He's like these young kids today. They don't know their butthole from their elbow. Well, thankfully, our yellow bass is still on. He didn't knock him off. He didn't kill him. So let's send him back down, and then we'll get our other one over here. He got that deep enough that I don't want to risk pulling it out and killing him, and he should be okay. I've caught a lot of fish with hooks in them. Hate to do that. Hate for that to happen. That was a circle hook, but that is one of the problems with using smaller circle hooks, is you do gut hook some fish on the smaller ones. Circle hooks are good about catching fish in the side of the face or side of the mouth, but the smaller hooks, when they can eat the whole shebang, that'll happen sometimes. I don't know if y'all can see that there, but I'm about to put it right on him. I've got it right in his face. Oh, I pulled it up. Oh, we got this rod going down. Oh man, that's a nice takedown right there, y'all. Oh, did he just let it go? Is he still on there? I'm piddling around with this. We gotta pick this rod up and see. Is he still on there? Yeah, he's still on there. Yeah, man, that was a nice takedown, and then he comes straight up with it. Yeah, buddy. This is on that head bait. That's a big bait. We've had it down there the whole time. It's the only one I got. We've worked our way back in here and ran into some more fish apparently. Let's see what this thing is. I think this has got potential. Is he foul hooked? I've got him by the stinger in the back. That's foul hooked, y'all. He's a decent fish though. He's a fun sizer, but he's hooked in the back. This fish right here is dumb. He don't even know how to eat a bait. I hope he don't sling that thing off either. I know it's been on there a couple hours now, but it's the only one we got. With this water being so cold, it probably ain't bled out very much. I'm gonna have to get hold of this thing. Normally I don't like bringing fish in that are foul hooked. Y'all don't deserve it. Can't even eat a bait in the mouth. But I'm gonna have to get this thing out. Oh, there it comes. We just pulled it out. All right. Yeah, normally I don't like rewarding fish that have got themselves foul hooked. They don't deserve it. But I thought we was gonna have to on that, and I'm glad he didn't knock that bait off. When you ain't got but one skipjack head, it's seen better days, but it got his attention, didn't it? Here we got one. We just got back up here and got set up, and we already got one after that front rod. I think he's got it, by gosh. If he ain't got it, he wanted it. Let's pick up on him. I think we got a yellow bass or something, maybe. Maybe something on that crappie jig. Yeah, it is. Actually, that may be a white bass, actually. I got my sunglasses on and there's a glare on you, fish. I think you're a white bass. Either way, you know what you are? Let go of that. You know what you are, fish? You're about to be a live bait. I'm gonna set him there. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna reel up our yellow bass. We'll throw him in our cooler. And we'll switch the white bass on the hook. There's a little something. Let's see if I can get my cast lined up. Okay, I see my jig. I'm off. I'm off course, but he's coming this way. I hope y'all can see that. I've landed that jig right in front of him. Will he take a bite? Will we finally get... Oh, he nailed it. He nailed it. We finally got one on the jig. Oh, we finally nailed it. I felt him thump it, man. We finally... It's taken a while. We finally got us one on the dang jig, man. I put it right in his face, and he snatched it. That's how it's supposed to work, folks. You make a cast, you get it in their face there, and they eat it. That's how it's supposed to go down there. That's fun, man. That's a rush right there. That ain't a bad cat either, man. That's a blue. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not a monster, but that's a small fun size, larger dink, whatever you want to call him there. I'll call him a small fun size since he ate that jig. Man, that was awesome, y'all. Fish, the sun's behind us. You ain't gonna get a good picture, but oh, gotta let you go, fish. Gotta let you go. We gotta let him go. We got this rod going down. Let me spot lock a second. Let's spot lock here. We got this going on. We're back on some fish out here on this point. We're on the back side of this point here. And we got on some fish. That one there we hit with the jig, he was up. He was up higher in the water column. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I was seeing there last year around all them shad. Oh, here's us a drum on the crappie jig. Yes, sir. We just got us some more bait for tomorrow. You're coming with me, Mr. Drum. That's a nice surprise catch. Yes, sir. Oh. All right. Nice. Drum makes some good bait. I typically like them a little smaller than this. Easier to cut when they're smaller, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. folks. I'm gonna take him with us. Boy, he is right under me almost. Let's see if we can. We about to put this. I'm gonna try to turn the camera here. See that mark right there? I'm about to put this jig right on his head. I've lost sight of him. I was in the right. Okay, there he is. There he is. He's coming up to it. Oh, he got it too, by gosh. He got it. I hope y'all can see that on the screen. This one ain't gonna be as big as the other one. But he nailed it. I think he was about 20 feet deep. Just sitting there. There's a little blue. Nice, man. That's so much fun. Pop that jig out your mouth there. Nice. And, you know, folks, this jig here, I mean, it's plain. I ain't got no scent on it. I don't have any, you know, there's nothing added. There's no trailer. There's no cut bait. I mean, we're just throwing a plain jig, and the two fish that, oh, we got this rod going down. Hold on. I was trying to say the two fish that we have managed to put the bait right in its face, like hit it on the nose, we've managed to catch. And that was the case last year too. I wasn't using scents. Spot lock here while we get this one. I wasn't using scents. I wasn't using additives of any kind. No cut bait on there. Just plain jigs, plain swim baits, plain spoons. And I was catching fish, and we're doing it again. This one here ate the chicken. Come here, fish. You done got your chicken nugget, didn't you? Old chicken bait. I don't like using chicken for big fish, but fish like this is the type of size of fish that can't eat a skipjack head or a big chunk, but they'll sit down there and just chew on it. So you'll see your rod get hit. You'll be getting bites. Nothing sucking up. I'm gonna drop down, straight down. This has got potential depending on which way that fish is facing. We got one on this rod, and I'm right on this other fish. That one's on. I'm right on this top of this fish right here. I just dropped down on though. He's not very big. I'm bringing my jig up. He come up with it, but he ain't very big. He may not be able to eat that jig. My jig may be about as big as him. Let's reel up and see if this one's still on over here before he eats that whole circle hook. There we go. Let's reel in another one, folks. These smaller cats on these bass rods, my skipjack rigs here, they had a good time. Lighter tackle will make the smaller fish fun every time. Yeah, he's all up in that dang. Yeah, there you go, fish. Show out there a little bit. I feel like I pulled you the whole way up without you even swimming. He got that crappie jig. He's got the hook in the mouth, and the leader from the crappie jig around his dorsal fin. He got that in the jaw too. You've had a bad day fishing. Getting one hook in your mouth bad enough, you got two. There we go. Say something for yourself. Have you made your family proud today, fish, or are they embarrassed the fact that you got caught? He ain't gonna tell them about it. He ain't gonna tell them he was up here. He wasn't supposed to be up here today. That fish wasn't supposed to be out of the house. He was grounded. But that sun is behind the clouds. It's about to drop over them trees. And my hopes and dreams are going down with that sun because I'm cold. I'm about to wuss out on you here. I'm going to reel these lines up. I'm going to take it to the car, and I'm going to crank that heater on blast, y'all. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.